זה 40 שנה, זו תקופה כזאת שהכל השתנה.
לא יכולה להיזכר בשום קושי שהיה, כי הייתה התרוממות.
It was pouring, and one of the boys came drunk, and he came over to the table and he said, "Your husband drives me crazy. Crazy," he says. "He never gives me a straight answer." He says, on the one hand, it's like this. On the other hand, it could be like that. I don't want that kind of answer. I want one answer. And that answer should be the emet. Then he took the table and he banged it over, and the table came flying on me and Esty, and we ran from there. And I thought to myself how confused he is by a different approach than he was used to, an approach that's more complicated, that's more dialectical. Boys don't say that anymore.
Both Rav Lichtenstein and Rav Amital taught us that the world's a very complex place, and that complex issues usually don't have simple solutions. And it happens that there are a lot of kids who are somewhere in between. They're not great tzaddikim, but they're definitely not Roshei. They're just normal kids who sometimes do mitzvahs and sometimes they do averot. To be able to live with that reality and to accept those kids and to help them grow and perhaps turn into tzaddikim and not try to create a religious reality which in fact does not exist.
Sometime after the Gulf War in yeshiva, Rav Amital held a press conference with a few of the Americans who were still around, and at the time I asked him whether he thought it was a bigger mitzvah to live in the Negev, the Galil, Yudan, Shomron, or living in Yerushalayim or Tel Aviv, populated areas, was just as big a mitzvah of Yeshiva Har Etzion. And his answer literally changed my life at the time, when he said, "Hakol shtuyot, shtuyot. הכי חשוב תגיע לארץ, תקים מפעל שיעסיק 10,000 איש שיתפרנסו פה בכבוד. זה הדבר הכי חשוב, המצווה הכי גדולה." And that stayed with me for the rest of my life and really influenced my decision to make Aliyah at the time.
One of the things that I learned Davka in the yeshiva was the ability to convey ideas in an analytical manner, in a way that people will understand what you're saying. The prime example of this is Rav Lichtenstein's ability to give a shiur in a way that there's a beginning, there's a middle, and there's an end, and at the end you tell everyone what you did at the beginning and the middle. When I go to the evenings at Alon Shvut for our children, I'm always amazed that how many of the parents are friends that I know from them. And I think that's a great testament to the yeshiva.
יש פה הווי של קבוצה של תלמידים ששייכים לבית מדרש, עם גאוות יחידה ששייכים לבית המדרש הזה של הר עציון, שיש לו היסטוריה של 40 שנה, שיושבים ולומדים. ההיסטוריה הזאת של 40 שנה מתחברת להיסטוריה של 2000 שנות לימוד תורה שבעל פה.
לחבר שכינה שבתוך הדפים המציבים האלה אל מציאות חיינו.
We want to see to it that people come to us, come away with much more idealism, more spirituality than they entered.
הישיבה הייתה רלוונטית אז ורלוונטית היום, זה מבחן גדול.